Good morning, traders, and God bless. I am Ricky Gaspard, your host for this pre-market session. And each morning we watch for these yellow breakout up signals. And once we see one, we go to the right and check to see if there's any volume. If there is volume, I'll click on it and you'll see this white arrow in the stock means it has extreme volume and starting to move up. Once I spot that, I will come over and look at the current bar volume, which is this very last candle. We're keeping track of the buyers and sellers in that candle, but for now, we want to make sure we have enough volume flow to get in and get out safely without any issues. And what I mean by that is this number needs to really be flying. There needs to be a battle going on between the buyers and the sellers. This one's kind of sluggish at the moment. Also, here in Dominator Master, I'm monitoring the buyers and sellers within this bar. So green means the buyers are coming in slowly. The taller this green line, the faster they're coming in. If you see red come into this bar, that means there's some sellers also present taking profit. Down here's the My Blessing indicator. It's a MACD based indicator, but with my special coding. As this price starts rising, you will see this green line change. This line change from green and start rising as well. It all happens together with this bar here in Dominator Master. Down here, I have the money flow indicator. This is a very fast moving indicator. So if you get into a trade, your eyes should come right down here really quick and you stay in the trade as long as this line is green and rising up. When you start seeing red like this shows you weakness and that there may be some profit takers coming soon. Also, if you are new here, make sure that you don't just come watch these streams and start clicking buttons. It doesn't work that way. You need to learn what we're doing here. We're finding volume spikes for pre-market so that we can take a piece of them as scalpers. So if you're new, write it down on paper your first few days or weeks or months, however long it takes you to catch on. Write down your entry, your exit, and your results if you continue to be profitable on paper. Then change over to real money, but trade small share size, anywhere between 1 and 10 shares. And if you continue to be profitable with real money, the only thing you need to do to increase your profit is increase your share size. I am also not a financial advisor. Make sure that you reach out to the proper licensed authorities before you take any of my advice or use any of my indicators. You could lose some or all of your money. Scalping is high-risk trading. We're trading volatile stocks, so be very cautious if you've never been here before. Also, in your active trader, make sure you have TIF selected and that it's pointing to EXT. That stands for extended hours, so you don't miss a trade. And thank you, everyone, for joining me this morning, premium members and YouTubers. If you are unaware, I stream on YouTube 3 days a week for 1 free hour. That would be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Of course, this Friday I will not be streaming. The market's closed. But come and join us every week, those 3 days a week, and put a little money in your pocket. We got about a minute and a half to go yet before the top of the hour. That's when the market opens. I've seen a few slow movers, nothing really breaking out to the extreme, but we'll keep an eye on it. About a minute to go. About 30 seconds. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. Seemed to fly by for me. Like we didn't even have a weekend, but I'll take it. All right, let's see what this market has. We have MSPR trying to move already. Let's see if they'll push it right on up there at the top of the hour. Be careful here. You're watching these indicators down here. If we see red, it's going to sell off and come back down. Let's see if they wake up here and start buying. Wick on the top means they're sellers keeping the price down or profit takers. So be aware, we don't like to buy them when there's wicks on the top like this. They may not go much further. I'm seeing a lot of red come into the scan, so be very cautious this morning. Looks like they're already pulling out of it. They're tired of waiting. If they're not going to get any profit, they will pull out immediately. That's what you see going on here. You can see the money flow has gone red and started dropping down. We had a warning here on this candle, which would be this green one up here, but down here in this indicator, it let us know the sellers were coming in and pulling out. Good job, Greg B. with $45. I'm checking these two. Let's see if we got any volume flow behind them. This is Tesla moving up just slightly. Probably not going to run up here in this pre-market session, but is wiggling around this morning. So when I see this yellow breakout, I immediately check the volume column. If there's no volume, I don't click on them. IPDN pushing up from the bottom slightly. This one came off of one of my other monitors, a different scan. Each morning I monitor about 17 different program scans to find these stocks. This one don't look like it has very many buyers behind it either. Money flow is north. This one is green. This one is green. We do have a extreme arrow here. This means extreme volume came in for just a second. And that one's not going anywhere either. W buy, I'm being told. W buy did take off. Tall wick on the top from profit takers. They should keep pushing this one up. I believe all the indicators look good. Let's see if we can manage to get a piece of it. Extreme volume coming in, spiking up to 950. Let's see if we have a little bit more in there. Don't like the wick on the top. There's plenty of sellers here taking profit already. You can see the sellers here in the red part of the bar. The money flow went negative. We have a wick on the top from the sellers driving the price back down. You would have had to been very quick to get a piece of that one, or in there earlier than where I found it. Of course, I didn't find it. It was posted by one of the members over in the premium section. And thank you, Autumn Rain. Good job, Ohio Dave and Sawyer, minus 13. CB, $71 on 100 shares. Man, I'm not liking the way they're acting this morning. It's like that we're catching the end of them and they drop right back down. See if we can't catch one a little bit sooner. And to the premium members, I am running 51 dominance on this indicator and the chart indicator, since it's kind of weak this morning. Good job, Rosebud, $35. Watching for these yellow breakouts. I never quit searching, even in a trade. You got to watch for the next one to be popping up. And we want to see volume to the right of them. Watching these lower indicators to see if they continue to push this one back higher now that the sellers are out of the way. I'm not trusting it because of these wicks on the top. These are sellers driving the price right back down. Make sure everybody checks the volume column before you post any stocks. And if you don't mind, post them in caps lock because I am partially blind. And it's easier for me to spot them in the chats if they're in capitals and the rest of the text is small. But make sure to check the volume. If the volume's not moving, there's no sense in posting it. Good job, Pro Dollar, $93 on WBuy. Don't really like BBAI, but I will post it. This is more of a pump stock. It's been being pumped for years now. They've been saying $7, $7, $7, and it's never made it. And if it did make it back in the past, I'm unaware of it. And if it did make it back in the past, it's not there anymore. So it's kind of all over the place kind of stock. You can make money on it if you follow it daily. BBAI pushing up for just a little bit. I'm not liking that it's got very little volume. Might be hard to get in and get out on a large share size. The volume is pausing. It's up about 3 or 4 cents now since it was posted. Let's hope so, Majika. I like for them to prove me wrong and shoot right on up there to that price that I thought they were going to be years ago. Make a liar out of me. I'll take advantage of it and put it in the bank. It don't matter to me. Good job, Joby. 33 cents per share on W buy. He's still over there playing with W buy. Good way to keep an eye on him, Joby. Good job, Gary. Don't know how you pulled it off, but $4,319 on W buy. You must have never left it either and played every penny that it gave. Good way to keep an eye on it, Gary. You're making me jealous, brother. We're both high share size volume traders, and I get to teach and you get to profit. Of course, that's the purpose of this thing, so it don't matter to me. But good job, brother. Well, I was hoping there would be a lot more action this morning. Let's see what's happening on KLTO. Seeing that one spiking up just a little bit, just over $1. Let's see if it can gain some momentum here. We do have green indicators pointing north. Volume flows picking up. We don't have a tall wick on the top. That's a good sign. Maybe it'll keep pushing. Don't want to see any red coming in here. That would be profit taking. Got 2 indicators pointing to red, getting weaker. W buy looking north again. Maybe we will break out of this area where these tall wicks are. It is possible to buy up everything they're selling and break through to new highs, and it looks like that's what it's trying to do. Need these indicators to be green, not red. They are struggling to get it up there. Money flow headed south. Good job, Gary. He caught that little spike here for another $80. And you're probably wondering, how did he know that? He's not watching Gary trade. Well, it's because we're all on the same system watching the same thing. It's kind of easy to predict. Looks like profit takers, they're selling out. They can't get it any higher, getting weaker. Checking the yellows for volume, don't see any. Enjoy your coffee while it's still warm, or your lunch, or your dinner, depends on where you are. While we wait on the next one. Tesla's still bouncing around. We already looked at it once this morning. This one doesn't have any volume. Well, we need one good runner. We haven't had that one that just flat takes off yet. Maybe it's KLTO. It's trying again. Unfortunately, it's just over $1, and I don't like trading these cheap stocks. So I probably won't trade this one if it breaks out. Watching these lower indicators, this is what's going to trigger it off. They need to turn green and point north. And if you've never been here before, everything you see on my screen is custom coded by me. You're not going to find these on Thinkorswim. I've been coding this platform for over 16 years, and I know what to do with it. Come on, you can fly. Grow up to a $5 stock. That's what we need. I'm trying to sweet talk it. It's not working. Leo, I'm here 3 days a week on YouTube, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This coming Friday is a holiday, though. So I'll be here Wednesday will be my last day this week on YouTube. And we do pretty good. We make some big bucks just about every morning. Hopefully this one will be the same as those big buck mornings. No trades for me yet. I do have a place that describes these indicators. Right now, we're currently on Discord, but we hate Discord. So we're moving off of Discord over to volumespikes.com. And we're waiting for that to happen any day. So if you join us over on Discord, and you can do that by clicking the label at the top of the YouTube chat, it's white and yellow. You join our Discord for free, then there's an upgrade channel. You click on that, it informs you of what to do to upgrade. You get access to me for 4 hours a morning. You get over 70 plus scans, 40 something indicators. You get to trade with many members that are really willing to help, just like I do. Everything here is a team effort. You're not left behind. So if you're interested in joining us, just hit the banner up there, but only sign up for 1 month, because I know within the month we're going to be switching over to the website and get off of this disastrous platform called Discord. So 1 month at a time, because we will be transitioning over. Where's my yellow breakouts with some volume? It's kind of dead this Monday morning. Of course, you'd have to sign up to see what these indicators do. Do you think I'm just going to give them to you? Why would you sign up if I gave them to you? You can see what they do right here in the live streams. And every time I write a new indicator, I display it in front of everybody. We actually trade it before I release it. I have everybody's confirmation. Hey, that's fantastic. Maybe you should give it to us. And that's the purpose of this indicator here that's not yet released. It's called Smart Candles. And it's smarter than we are as traders. I think this one's going to change the investment world once I stick it out there. It's so accurate. Even I'm impressed. So if I broke this down and told you exactly how it works, and you are a coder, what are you going to do? You're going to follow what I'm telling you. Oh, it's doing this and it's doing this. So why would I want to do that? When you buy a new car, do they tell you how every inch of it works? Or do you just buy it because you need a new car? Actually, I'm just messing with you. What happens here is you come and watch the indicators. I have no fluff over here. I'm a real trader. I've been at it since 1990. And I'm actually sharing my knowledge, my coding knowledge, my trading knowledge with everybody. So it's not that I just build indicators. You get to learn how to trade as a professional scalper. And yes, you will become a professional. But I don't tell you how they work. That's a coder's secret. See, Art understands. Thank you, Art. Daniel, the way this works, if you attend my live streams, you will see how honest of a person I am. You will see these indicators work right before your eyes with other people making money with them. And yes, once you get the code, they are copyrighted. And if you don't think there's a copyright law, look it up. All right, back to trading. I'm not seeing any yellow breakouts. Hey, Daniel has every right to ask these questions. I would probably be asking them too if I've never been here before. WBuy, I'm being told, is breaking out and to shut up and trade. Thank you. Pushing higher now. We did break through all of those sellers. Remember, we were having trouble getting through here. Maybe it will run now. Let's see if we can get $11 out of it. Currently at 10.30. Watching these lower indicators. Money flow slightly red. Good job, A. $20 on WBuy. I tried building them for TradingView, but we have two different languages going on between TradingView and Thinkorswim. It's just too much of a hassle for me to try to learn another language, so I'd pretty much stick with the Thinkorswim since I've been on it for over 30 years. We've attempted to code a few of them, but they are very difficult to switch over to TradingView's programming language. So what most people do is they sign up for Thinkorswim and use it for charting while they trade over on TradingView, or other platforms. So you still get to benefit from them. Good job, Gary. Another 538. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. I'm up front Texan, brother. I have nothing to hide. Thank you, Pro Dollar. I get it. Pushing up higher now. Are we going to make that $11 like I said? It looks like we are. Pushing up a little bit more. 1087 now, 1088. I'm going to take my profit right here. 30 cents a share, 2,000 shares, $600 for me. I got to catch up to Gary now. We got a battle going on. Not really. I got to train. I have to train. I'll never catch him. He's too far ahead. Good job, Peter. W buy 363. Brian F. $100.45. TK from 813 to 1080. Good trade, TK. J minus 27. There's that $11 I called out earlier. Now 1121 and still has buyers on board. The indicators are still green. We do have extreme volume arrows popping in. That means the buyers are higher than normal. And you can determine that right here in this indicator. This yellow line is average volume. And whenever we break above it with buyers, we have above average buyers, which pushes the stock up. Good job, Pro Dollar. Well, I'm not broke anymore. I made $600, and everybody else seems to be making a little bit. So I'm joining the party. Thank you, Milo. It's not selling off this time. I guess we got rid of all of them sellers that were sitting back here. Continuing to push up slightly. We may make it to that $12. I think the higher it gets, the harder of a time it's going to struggle to get up any higher. So if you are in good profit, you know what you need to do. 1186 now. Might see a pullback here. I'm seeing the money flow red. The My Blessing indicator slightly red. I see red popping into this indicator here. So we're getting a little weak up here at the top. Good job, Peter. 464 more. And D, 345, W buy. You guys are knocking it out this morning, paying those bills really quick here. You've only been working at this 34 minutes. Some of you got $6,000 already. Some of you lost a couple of bucks. But you'll eventually get it. Joe, 67 cents, total loser on W buy. I wouldn't call 67 cents profit a loser, Joe. Most people can't stay green. MAC, 26 cents a share on W buy. ALS, 220 on W buy. Gary, total of 6,586, that's 6,586 on W buy. Mr. P, 223, W buy. Pro Dollar plus 17 cents a share, I'm going to assume. And YouTube, 72 cents a share on W buy. Good job, YouTube. And Develop 3, first trade with $200. Good job, Develop 3. You can see we're pulling back now. These indicators gave way early warning that we were getting weak, as I described a few minutes ago. And we are now pulling back a little. Good job, Andy, on the recovery. Thank you, King. King, I don't know if you're real or not, brother. You come in here one morning, you make one trade, and you're gone. Love to see you hang around for a little bit. I'm watching 17 scans. I do not see any yellow breakouts. Looks like we're back to that slow morning. Thank you, King. I was wondering why you just popped in and left every once or twice a week. But good trading, brother. White arrow trying to come in. We're trying to push W buy back up. It probably won't happen, and I hope it makes a liar out of me. We are now on the back side of this trade. Hopefully we can break a new high. If not, we will be creating a lower high. And then probably pull back a little more. Good job, Tam. W buy $1,238. When I delve back into the past, I remember half of this group that are premium members saying, I can't do this. I don't know why I can't do this. I keep losing every time I get in, it goes down. Now look at you guys. You're knocking it out. So it's okay to whine and complain. You will eventually get it. I see some breakouts with no volume. Pro dollar, I hope it goes to 12. Good job, Greg T. See you later, GK. Have a blessed day at work, and God bless. Well, we could use another trade this morning. Patiently waiting. Looked like YouTube having trouble this morning. I just seen a black screen over there. All right, here goes W buy. A few more buyers coming back in, watching these dominator bars right here. These are buyers. We need this green bar to grow tall. Come on, you can do it. Grow tall. We are at a new high at 1310. Let's see if we can keep pushing. Come on, get up there, green bar. Few profit takers. They're giving up on it. Money flows a little bit red down here. See you later, RLD, with a total of 957 on W buy. Have a blessed day, RLD, and thank you for joining us this morning. All right, we are testing that high, trying to push it a little higher. Watching money flow down here and watching these bars. You just did, RLD. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful community. ARTL. ARTL spiking up nice and tall with one big candle. This is where I bring fear into trading. We don't know where we're going from here. Now look at it. The indicators are lined up pointing north. Let's see if we can break out to the upside. Hopefully this is not a pump and dump. There we go. I'm glad I trusted it. Selling here. Let's see if I can get out of it with enough profit. $1.30, 1,000 shares, 1,300 for me. RLD, KLTO, 732. We got two of them breaking out, KLTO and ARTL. Crab key, $63 on ARTL. This one's starting to look weak. We got money flow headed downwards. I had to get out of this trade twice. So my balance dropped. I thought I was out. I wasn't. My balance dropped to 925. I got to pay attention. Don't want to get stung. I got in, no problem. I didn't know I had trouble getting out till I looked back at it. So this one was ARTL. At the same time, KLTO was flying. Let me see what that one looks like. I don't know what y'all were trading on that one. BBG, mine didn't either. It was called out in the chat. Man, the market is sluggish this morning. They're not just driving them and keep driving and keep driving. It's kind of like we get these little spurts up, then these pullbacks back down. I think WBUY paid the most so far this morning. Hopefully this one will break out of the slump and shoot right back up there to 1470s. Hope you feel better, Milo. See you later, brother. All right, money flow pointing north, but this indicator still pointing south, so it's not a trade. Now we're turning around here. Let's see if we can push through. Now we're back to red on all three. Too weak to continue. RLD, total on ARTL, $1,112. Nice trading. Mr. P got $13 back on ARTL. Mac, ARTL, plus 96 cents a share. Good job, Mac. Good job, Chuckos. Trading small share size, still managed to get $56. Great job. Gary, of course, $3,768 on ARTL. To go along with that $6,000 on WBuy. Great trading, Gary. Keep going. You'll retire soon, I promise you. JC, $101 on only 100 shares of ARTL. Mojave Traders, $688 ARTL. Sawyer, $28 ARTL. Metronome, only 5 shares, but made almost $4. Good job, Metronome. Tim H, $33.77 ARTL. Good job, Tim H. Gary played this recent spike here on ARTL, and I'm not even watching the chart. I'm watching y'all make money, so I'm missing it. Pushing up higher now, 1570. All indicators are green, continuing to fly here. Push, push, push. I'm not going to jump into it here at the high. I missed it. I got to quit watching y'all profit and start doing it on my own, which is very hard to do, to watch everybody train, watch scans, and trade and teach. And Big Head Golf, ARTL, $2,025. Good job. Good job, Joe. $1,353. KK, good morning, KK. $3,457. Continuing to push higher here. You don't need me to walk you through this. You can see everything is green. We do have that extreme volume arrow, and we're continuing to push higher. 1764 now. I did buy that last candle. I'm out, but I only got 40 cents at 1,000 shares, $400 for me. Goes up, $158. Thank you, Lord. What a blessing this one is. It's not volatile, steadily climbing. No big sellers, no big red candles. All indicators are green. What more could you ask for? Good job, Ghost Win, 28 cents. Imagine that's per share. Still looking up there near the high. We do have an extreme breakout arrow coming in. That means that this bar has exceeded average volume of buyers, pushing up a little more, $20.44 now. Good job, Jay. $83 on ARTL. I'm not going to chase it here at the high. I got a piece of it already. I'm good with that. Les P, $45 on 110 shares. Good job, Les. Rehab Trader, another $1.76 on one share. What a trade, Rehab Trader. That's great profit for one share. Barry C. Good morning, Barry. ARTL 283 profit. Gary, total on ARTL $4,363. Great job, brother Gary. Peter, ARTL $337. Good job, Peter. Kumar, $18 on 10 shares. Good job, Kumar. Nice trade. Developed 3. Looks like you got over $1 a share on 100 shares. Good job. Autumn Rain, total 271 for ARTL. Pro Dollar, $2,085. Good job, Pro Dollar. I'm only streaming on YouTube for 1 free hour on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But I do have a Discord channel that's soon to disappear because we will be moving over to volumespikes.com and getting off of this scammer platform, is what I like to call it. The money is flying this morning. Don't forget to give thanks. Not to me, to the man upstairs. See you later, Fu Magoo. You have a blessed day at work. Good job, Moto. 75 cents a share on 145 shares, and you're very welcome. Nice recovery, Trading's Vivid. We don't worry about losses here. We know we're going to make them up on the last one. Some of us take small hits, some of us take bigger hits, but we get it back eventually. Chad, from $12.26 to $18.44 per share. Great trading, Chad. You listened well, Chad. You know I love each and every one of you. We're here for a reason. Yeah, we were all hard-headed, Chad, even me. Oh, look, it's going up. I'm buying it to watch it go down. That used to be me. Thank you, Develop 3, and so are you. Well, I don't see any breakouts breaking out. Maybe this one, if I can chase it down. All right, what do we got here? MNTS. Watch out for that wick on the previous candle. We need to break above it. Let's see if we can make a few dollars on this one. Gary, let me get in before you do, brother. Just give me a warning. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm sure he's already posted his profits already, and I haven't seen them yet. Just kidding. Gary's a great trader. I hope everyone turns out to be like him. This one not looking so healthy. Tall wicks on the top. These are all sellers driving the price right back down. We want our wicks on the bottom. We want the buyers pushing it up. Perry, this indicator is not available yet. I'm going to release it when we launch the website, volumespikes.com, and that should be soon. Could be hours, could be a week. I don't know really, but we're getting there. And this one down here is a premium indicator, and you pretty much get everything else with your premium membership. You get enough to make money with us every morning. So if anybody signs up on Discord, do it for 1 month at a time. I don't want to have to refund a bunch of people when we change over to volumespikes.com. But anyhow, that free hour was up about 8 minutes ago. I let it run over a little bit. I was hoping to get you another trade in there on YouTube, but it didn't happen. I thought this one was going to be it. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed this morning's session. Hope you put a little bit of money in your pocket, learned a little bit more. Come back and join me on Wednesday. That'll be the next free hour on YouTube. And I appreciate each and every one of you who've been joining me for over a year now on YouTube. Don't know why you haven't signed up yet, but thank you for joining me on YouTube for free. And I'll see everybody on Wednesday. As always, have a very blessed day. And God bless. I am out.